Gemini, hello, welcome. This is your reading for December. We're going to go into the energy for you, see what message we get. And yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see. I've got Gemini in my chart as well, so it's always nice to have a little look. Thank you for subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. It does help it to reach more people out across YouTube. So let's see what energy we are getting. Gemini, please. Oh, ghosts of the past. The past returns for a time. No thanks. Okay, you're going to have to be vigilant in December that you don't find that the past is creeping up on you. And the ego is such a sneaky bugger, to be honest with you. It's an entity. It's got momentum. We've had an ego for thousands of lifetimes that we've already existed, and that's why the ego is hard to get under control. The ego is obviously just your mind. You know all of this, but I'm just reiterating it because that's my job for myself too. And you've got to stay on top of it. You've got to be really, really observing your ego all the time. And if it starts feeding you thoughts to do with the past, you want to nip those in the bud straight away and do not tolerate it. You know, if you need support on that, you can always book in with me. It's not easy, but you must be aware of it, because in December the ego is going to try to do that to you. Okay, and you mustn't allow it. Okay, because there is no past. There is only the present moment. Now, you may be a little bit scared, you know, about what's going to be going on in December. You might be worried. But actually, Spirit is sort of saying, you know, when you actually look at things, they're not going to be as bad as they seem. This is all to do with ego. This is all to do with the mind playing tricks on you or making you worry about December or something going on. But it's all illusion, okay? So let's go a bit deeper, find out a bit more what's going on. You've got the Wheel of the Year, Four of Wands, Temperance reversed. Okay, so Gemini, what are we going to say? Wheel of the Year. Look, you're moving into a more fortunate period of time through November. Things start to pick up for you. You're sort of breaking some karmic cycles, which is really, really good. Which is basically means you are putting the past behind you. You're making massive progress. Now, there is something you would like to happen. There is something you would like to be successful with, but it's taking longer than you would like. But Spirit is letting you know in December, through this reading and maybe through some other signs that you receive in December, that you are going to get what you want, okay? Whatever it is in your heart that you desire, Spirit is saying you will get it. It's just taking you longer than you expected it to take, okay? So hang in there. I know that's easy for me to say, but I'm here to deliver the messages from Spirit, and that's what they're saying. You know, you are moving now into a more fortunate period of time, and what you want will come to you. It's just taking a bit longer than you would have wanted, okay? Which could be causing you suffering, and it could also be causing the ego to, when the ego mind can sense that you are in a bit of suffering about something, that's exactly when it will start to attack you with negative thoughts, fear-based thoughts, particularly to do with the future. And Spirit is flagging this up and saying, you know, be ready for it and be vigilant to it and constantly observe. Am I having negative thoughts to do with my future? And if you are, you've got to stay on top of them and don't allow them to knock you down. You've got the Temperance card reversed, so you're going to have to be careful in December not to go too addictive, okay? Because sometimes what we do is we get very addictive to things, and we sort of like do it to block out pain, but then it sort of unbalances us, right? So at the end of the day, you can only do what you can do, and there's no need to beat yourself up if you do fall into a few little addictive patterns to cope. But what you've got to remember is the more conscious you stay, the better, because a conscious energy allows Spirit to work through you, and that's going to bring this success through to you more quickly. But it is going to come. That's why they're trying to reassure you and say that you don't need to go down any old addictive routes, and you certainly don't need to go into any negative thinking, because what you want is coming. So let's see what your person is. There's somebody connected to you. What are they feeling? What are they going through? That is so weird. We just had the Ten of Pentacles spin right around. It came out in the reverse position and then it spun into the upright position. My cards don't normally spin quite like that. Now, Ten of Pentacles reversed means somebody feels like they're going through some kind of loss, but I feel they're just going to recover from it so quickly. They've got long-term prosperity here. There's very good fortune for this person long-term. This is somebody who will be in your life long-term. And they're going to be getting over their loss, basically. So they're going to be getting themselves in a much better position come December. So you're going to see an improvement in somebody in December after they've gone through some kind of loss and difficulties, okay? And there's going to be success for this person too in the long term. Now, what they've got here is I'm focused on work. So they're trying to keep themselves in a positive place in order to keep building. So there's good positive energy for this person that obviously had been struggling. Right, so your spirit guides, they are talking about sovereignty, independence, and your free spirit. Okay, this is going to be all about you not having attachments in December. I know for a lot of people, it's the attachments to the past, people from the past, and those attachments can really rear up in December because of obviously Christmas or those types of celebrations. But remember, it's all a making of the matrix. Your spirit guides are basically supporting you to be a free spirit, attachment free, you know, in your power in December, and basically feeling very liberated, feeling very at one with yourself. So you can kick back these fears. You don't need to go into any addictive patterns. If you do, don't worry. You know, it doesn't matter. And just know that long-term Spirit is saying you're going to get what you want, all right? It's going to come to you regardless, okay? So there you go. And somebody connected to you sort of improving over the next few weeks. So enjoy, Gemini, right? I think there's some little worries or things like that bubbling for you, but then you're going to find that Spirit is closer than you realise, and you're actually going to find you enjoy December a hell of a lot more than you thought you were going to, okay? So that's the message. If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you'd like a one-to-one tarot, I'm here. You can message me on my Facebook page, Awakening Tarot. Just go to Awakening Tarot Facebook page and just drop me a message there. And I do a voice note reading, 10-minute voice note reading, and that's quite affordable, and it's quite nice sometimes if you just want a quick question answered. So you're welcome to book in. Peace and one love.